Hey everyone, Kristen Willard here, registered dietitian. I just wanted to talk about something that I've been seeing a lot of, so I thought I would just come on here and talk to you live. So if you are on here live, just feel free to comment as well as we go through this. So after weight loss surgery, a lot of people reach out to me as far as like snack ideas. And I'm always on the lookout as far as like more of the pre-packaged snack ideas as well, because I feel like those can be like an easier option for someone that's always on the go and just didn't have the time to meal prep the snacks that week. Of course, that's always my first choice, is to meal prep the snacks. But I know you're looking also for options, for quick and easy. So there's been different brands that have like reached out to me as far as like trying to promote their product, and there's just something that I'm noticing that I really wanted to get on here and talk about. A lot of these food manufacturers try to make their food seem healthier than it really is, and so it'll be like gluten-free or plant-based or or like vegan, and they promote it as more of like a health food, and it looks really good, and then they package it and they try to sell it to you as a health food. However, like when you look at the nutrition labels, it tends to be just as high in calories, just as high in fat as other products. And so what I notice is that these foods that are considered, like if they're altered, like there's certain like protein chips out there, or there's like protein cookie dough out there, and these products, while yes, they may be a little bit higher in protein, if you look at the overall quality of them, they're really not that much different than like the real thing. And what happens is that you end up eating more of that food because you think it's like quote unquote healthy. And so it's just a trap that's easily to fall into. So if you're looking at a food, even if it's like a light ice cream or a light cookie, you tend to eat more. I shouldn't say you personally, but most people tend to eat more of that product because they think of it as healthy and they feel like it's a healthy food and it's a little bit less calories, so I can eat more of it. And so then it can be, and then you end up eating more than you want to. So it's just something to watch out for. I don't want to mention like any specific brands at all, because I don't like bashing people. But like I can see it, like if someone has like maybe a gluten intolerance, or if they are completely plant-based, and there can be reasons to purchase this products. But if you are just purchasing it just because it's quote unquote healthy, then I would encourage you to really look at the nutrition facts, talk to your dietitian, ask it in here, like, is this something that is worth it? And then I've talked about this before, especially like recently this week on my Instagram page. I talked about grazing like versus snacking. And so I look at snacking as much more like intentional. Like snacks a lot of times can help you meet your protein needs after weight loss surgery. And they can be scheduled like in between lunch or dinner, or breakfast and lunch. And it's a way for you to get all of your nutrients in. It could also be used as a strategy to prevent hunger from coming on later. So like if you're at work and you have a meeting that you're going to go into, sometimes having a snack, a planned snack, can help keep that hunger at bay. But if there's grazing, is much more like mindless and much more unintentional, and that's what can lead to weight regain. And so I know a lot of people ask, are snacks okay? Are snacks okay? I feel that snacks can easily be included in your diet after surgery, but it's important to notice if they're grazing. Like if you're eating it more out of like boredom or stress, then that's something to look at and something to work on. It's not going to happen overnight, but just something to practice and being mindful with trying, with noticing the root cause of why you're eating and seeing if there's something else that you can do to help substitute that. Now, of course, that takes time, but just kind of be aware, like if this is mindful and it's intentional, then that's more on the snack. If it's grazing and if it's mindless, that's going to be considered more grazing. And it's really easy to get carried away with that. Also looking at that mindless. So I see a lot of times, okay, well, this is a healthy food, so it's okay, to graze. Sometimes you can still easily overdo it, even if it's quote unquote a healthy food. So yes, it can be a better option than choosing foods that are, that are really calorie ridden or really fat ridden, choosing the healthier options. But I still want to encourage you to go even deeper with it and really assess on what the cause is for the grazing, because that's really what's going to help you ultimately in the long run. The healthy food can be more in the short term as a choice, but then continue to work on that over time to be able to notice your different patterns that you have. And these health halo foods that I was talking about earlier, those are the ones that that are so easy to overconsume or to overeat when you're having them, if you're eating it more mindlessly. Because a lot of times these snack foods that are high protein, they're still manufactured in a way for you to want to crave them and for you to eat more. So I was just looking at this one, it was 2 tablespoons, and it was a cookie dough. It was a healthy cookie dough, and it had the almost exact same amount of calories as regular cookie dough. And so I think that's something that, and they even say, like, just take a spoon out, and it's really easy to eat 2 tablespoons of food. So if you were to take, that cookie dough and then sit down in front of the TV, it could be really easy to consume, 500, 1,000 calories just by having this healthy cookie dough. So it's just something to watch out for. I see that there's some people online, so feel free to ask questions right now if you have any questions about snacks. Typically, when you're looking for a snack, you're going to want to have, if you're not able to meet your protein needs yet, definitely encourage you to have protein during your snacks to be able to help meet that goal. So, roughly around 5 or 10. If you're still really in the early stages after surgery, you're probably not going to be incorporating a lot of carbohydrates yet, so you don't necessarily need to have a fruit. If you are a little bit farther out and you're noticing that you have more hunger, you can have like a string cheese, like your protein, and then matching it with a carbohydrate. So those are just some options. I like to have snacks as like 2 different things. I visualize snacks as 2 different components, and then meals more as like 3 components of different meals, of different food groups. So hopefully you found that helpful. So just kind of beware, look for the halo trap. If you've noticed anything, I'd love for you to put it in this thread and tell me things that have stood out to you as like the health halo. And that term originally came from Intuitive Eating, if that's a book that you want to check out. All right, guys, hope you're having a good Tuesday. I will talk to you later. Bye.